Okay, in this video, Yaeeun Hong from the Lpga Tour, only 20 years old, just playing great, and she has a great swing. She needs a little power, so hopefully as she gets older and gets stronger, she can get some more power. But great putter, great player, has a chance to win this week on the Lpga Tour. Let's take a look at this swing. So great fundamentals, great setup. Everything looks just dialed in here to dress. Perfect grip. And as she winds it, a little drift off the ball there, but not much. And then a pure wind-up turn. What we don't see is a lot of full leverage there with the wrist, and I think that's something that is really costing her some power. She's on her way to hinge it really well at this point. Then she just stops hinging fully. And then coming down, of course, she makes a great move with lower body. She kicks in the legs, gets the hips rotating. But because of that, she just doesn't have the lag coming down that a lot of players have. She's on plane. She gets a lot of good lines coming down, but she just doesn't get the power that she could get if she had that leverage in the wrists. Looking down the line here, we can see great setup fundamentals. A little inside into the plane. That could be just camera angle too, a little high off the ground probably. Club face good. Good full wind up. Good strong club face position there at the top. And then really sitting down. Sequentially, you don't want to pull those arms. We talked about in the other videos. But as you're sitting, if you're actually lowering yourself down slightly this way, that will help the arms to sit there for a second at the top, creating sort of a pausing effect. And then you can start rotating the body into impact. A little off the plane looking on this one. We'll see another clip here in a minute. But like I said, I think the camera's just a little higher off the ground. Good club face control. Not a lot of flip there. Really like this swing, and we'll see. She's only 20. We'll see how good she gets. Now with the driver looking at face on, we can really see here. Good setup position, good wide stance, good base. She's not big, but she's maximizing the best she can in terms of power, using the bigger muscles as she winds it. Huge wind up. Club face in perfect position. About as much as she can wind. And then she's going to get the legs going. And that looks great. Looks very baseball, very rotational power. But we'd love to see that club still back here. We can see some lag from setting those wrists more, because as she comes down, you can see that release, or the lag rather, letting out too early. And that's going to cost her distance, not necessarily accuracy, but distance. She's only averaging around 240 yards off the tee. And like I said, she's only 20. She can get stronger and maybe even increase that lag over time. Okay, now with the driver down the line, perfect setup. Posture doesn't get much better than that. Not overly tight, but certainly great posture. Great lines going up. And that's the move that a lot of my students are learning how to do. They're learning how to get these legs moving, get the upper body feeling like it's even dropping slightly, and that suspends the arms for a second right there, so the arms are just being pulled by the body. That's the look we're going for. And then as she comes through, club face perfect, wrist perfect, then the rotation and the release. And so the legs, once you're down in the legs, you can then push hard like you're throwing a ball. If you're to throw a baseball or football, you're pushing hard as you throw the ball. And here you can see she's pushing hard to create that whipping action on the way through. This clip here, we can just see the club face and how much it really helps the body rotate. Positioning of the face, staying in a strong position where the toe is out, sort of in front of the heel. Closed face coming down, as we see here. With that toe, we can really see the position of the face there. If your face is too far back the other way, open, you're going to have to use your hands. So keeping those hands calmer through impact, really effective. Getting the face square enough or closed enough early that you don't have to flip it. That helps the body rotate, helps the handle stay in front, and gives you more control through the hitting zone. Now we know from the stats that she's an excellent putter, and clearly she puts a lot of time in practicing, which I think a lot of junior golfers don't practice nearly as much as she does. You can see here with the string line and some other ways that she practices, really getting the fundamentals down. Eyes directly over the ball, forearms in the shaft lining up, great posture. Anyone who's really working with the string line to work with getting the line or the aiming correct with your putter and dialing in the basics is going to have a better chance to be a good putter, and she is excellent. I think junior golfers, especially junior girls, could practice more statistically. They always show the guys practicing more than the girls. And we're kind of always wondering why the professional women don't putt as well as the professional men. And you can see here with this player, she is certainly putting the time in to dial in the fundamentals, to dial in the ability to aim that putter face. And of course, working with the string line, it really enhances your ability to read putts well. From the face on with the putter, we can see the hand slightly in front. Here, leaning forward a little bit, kind of like a Jordan Spieth with a left hand low. Very comfortable looking setup, arms relaxed in close to the ribs there. And we know by working with the string line, she will have the lines of the putter face correct. Get her eyes directly over the ball, because you can suspend that line sort of between your eyes and the ball to get great practice with the setup position. Ball position looks correct. And we can see coming through impact, we want to see those hands moving forward just long enough to keep that club face square at the bottom. Here's another image of the player putting, really working on setup. Obviously, got the putter held in the palms nicely, like the lines of the forearms lining up with the putter there. Looks very soft, comfortable at address. And if you happen to have any junior golfers you're working with, happen to have junior golfer kids, like I said, encourage those girls to get out there and putt more, because you can see what she's doing from working with a string line. I'm sure she's aiming that ball out to a certain point, getting it to start on a certain line, and then break off that line into the hole. And that helps her work on aiming the putter at the high point of the break out in here. Get the ball started on line, which, like I said, it really helps you learn how to read putts and read speed properly. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And just a quick reminder, if it's your first time to the channel or you've not subscribed yet, please subscribe. And if you like the video, hit the like button as well. That really helps the channel grow. And we will see you in the next video.